Well, like Patty, I've dealt with mental illness in my family and in myself. A lot of what I'm saying today comes out of conversations I've had over the last couple of years with my sister, because my nephew, who's in his early 20s now, has been struggling with depression and anxiety, which is much like what I struggled with at his age, too. And I'll talk a little more about that later. Of course, the other thing Linda and I deal with now is Jaden and Jessica and Jessica's problems. The choir may remember Pastor Bob yelling at Jessica during a confirmation class. But one of the things I wanted to bring up today was the fact that people with mental illness are far more likely to be the victims of violence and abuse than they are to be the perpetrators. I mean, there are some that can be violent, but most of them are victims more than anything else. Or they'll be of danger to themselves. When Jessica was a teenager, she would cut herself, which apparently is quite common. You know, we asked her why, and she said, well, when I'm doing that, I don't think about anything else. Like Patty, we've dealt with suicide. Linda's brother committed suicide some years ago. That's hard on a family. Not only do you have, the grief at losing a loved one, but you have the guilt, why didn't I see this coming? Why didn't I do something? Why didn't I do more? And I know both sides of that. Because when I was younger, at one point I was actively suicidal. I was at the point where I was calmly and rationally debating how to end my life. I don't want anyone ever to be there again. But when you're in a severe depression, it is absolutely paralyzing. It's not a matter of willpower. You know what you need to do. You know what you should be doing, but you just can't. And eventually you get to the point where you have no hope. You just want it all to stop. The emotions, the anxiety, the fear, the guilt, the worries. You just want it to stop. But suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. So if anyone is even thinking about it, please don't. And if someone even jokingly mentions it, listen. You see what's going on. Take it seriously, please.